When I was in the Humber College real estate program, a video like this actually showing the processes of what we are going to do once licensed is all I cared about. Courses 1 through 3, I was like, okay, I understand we need to know the code of ethics and I'm learning some good information here, but where's the day-to-day knowledge I need to help clients? It wasn't until Sims 1 that I finally realized we just were not going to learn it. We were not going to leave this program with the ability to help a possible client waiting for us. After long meditation sessions and priming my mindset, I came to the conclusion that that's okay. The program was still very in-depth, helpful, and maybe great to refer back to, so I just acknowledged that, tried to stay extremely positive, and understood that I was only going to learn 2 or 3 things instead of the hundreds I was hoping. In this video, I show how to find properties on the MLS that fit your client's criteria, a couple key things to look for, and how to send these potential properties to your clients. Information like this for the complete buyer and seller side of working with clients from A to Z is why I put this course together in the description below, and there's also a value link for the YouTube family. If you're anything like me and you're the kind of person that learns very well from video and wants to learn this on your own time and have it to refer back to for life, this will save you hundreds of hours, I guarantee it. I wish something like this existed for me when I started. I remember that pit in my stomach of just not having the knowledge of working with clients when they were ready for me, so I don't want other people to feel that way. It took me an absolute ton of time to put that together, so if that's for you, it's in the description below. It's a value link for the YouTube family, but let's just dive right into the computer and find out how to find properties for your clients, a few possible logistics to look out for, and how to send them to your clients. Let's dive right in. Okay, so we're just at my matrix here. I just went search and then I went residential, and this is the platform you're going to be using to be searching for properties for your clients. I always start at the left-hand side and move my way to the right. It's the easiest way to do it, and our goal is we know their criteria. Let's say, for instance, their budget is between $750,000 and $850,000. They're looking for a 3+ bedroom, 2+ bathroom. They want a garage, and they want to be in, let's say, Kitchener in my area. So we know all this information. Now we just got to plug it in, find the search, vet the properties, and then send them off to our clients. So this always populates with active and conditional on the left-hand side. You can probably keep it like that. As we know at the time of this video, there's not many conditions, and properties that have conditions are probably getting through. So let's take that off just for the sake of this video. And I just start scrolling down. We know they want a house, so I go house. We know they want detached, and we know they want freehold. So when you come down here, let's say, for instance, for the sake of this video, our clients are open to any type of style of home. But let's say they did want a 1-story up to a 3-story. You would just press shift and hold that down to collect all of them. And as you can see down here, your matches are getting either higher or lower. So let's say they didn't want that. Let's say they did want 1.5 story, and then they wanted also a bungalow. So then you would just put either Control or Command on Mac and hold it like that. And again, to just take it off. So we'll leave it like that for the sake of this video, because let's say at the time of this market, at the time of this video in this market, they're willing to look at anything. Okay, so then I just go back up again and I leave this section for a second, which is where we want to refine the area we're going to be searching. And I just go price. So we know it was 750 to 850. That's all you have to put for that. If it's $1 million, you'll actually put 1,000. That's just how this MLS works. And if we come down here, we'll put bedrooms. So what you don't want to do is put 3 exactly. Then it will actually filter for properties with exactly 3 bedrooms. Let's say most of the time your clients will be looking for 3+, which is perfectly fine. And the same for bathrooms. You don't want to put 2. You want to put 2+ in this scenario. Here you'll put garage. Let's say yes. And as you can see, the matches start going down. We're already at 88. And I will mention here that after you pick your area, you can send them a lot of properties. There's 2 ways of doing it. You can either do it really refined, or you can actually send them just a few properties. And I'll show you 2 templates that I use to send in the email. I'm a huge fan, a huge advocate of templates. I'll even put them in the description below of the templates that I use. They're just email templates that you can copy and paste, and it saves you a lot of time. So you can even go deeper down here if you like. Let's say you did know they wanted X amount of garage spaces, parking spaces and stuff like that, a basement, anything like that. Just check off anything you know that they for sure want. But let's go to the middle now. And first you'll select your region. In my area, it's Waterloo region. And even that is already down to 4 matches, which is crazy. There's only 4 possible matches in all of Waterloo region. So it's probably going to be less if I go Kitchener. So again, I'm just holding shift to get Kitchener east and west. Okay, I guess they're all in Kitchener. So all 4 stayed there. What you can do is you can actually click here to go see them. What I like to do is go to the top. Use these 3 tabs. These are 3 really nice tabs. Right now we're in criteria. Let's head over to maps. I just like to look quickly at the maps to find out, okay, here's where they are. Perfect. There's 4 available, $7.99, $8.50. So at the high end of their budget for sure, another $7.99 and $7.99 as well. So if you click them, they populate. Perfect. I like to just get an idea. It shows the square footage, most likely that's above ground square footage. You just click them all. Okay, perfect. And just check them before I even dive in. Okay, so now I just go results. And how I have my MLS set up is that it shows a little picture. This is the best way to do, I think. It just reminds you what you just saw, and you can just jump into any of them. Let's say we're choosing this one, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's freehold, it's this area, above ground square footage of 1,000. Let's just dive right into this one, see what it looks like. And of course, you'll go through them all. You'll spend a bunch of time. You'll quickly double check. So you're looking at a back split here. It is 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It looks like all 3 bedrooms are on the main floor here, and 1 bathroom is in the basement, 1 on that floor as well, kitchen in the middle, and it's a back split. And I dive into the pictures and then just start looking at the pictures, see what you're dealing with. In this particular case, it's empty, of course. This could be like a flip. They might have just done some renovations on it. Usually you can tell by the kitchen if they've done renovations. It might be they've done a few. Usually they put better appliances in if they've done a bunch of renos. Maybe that if this countertop would look better. A better vanity, but it is all, there's no carpet, which is definitely good for a lot of people. And you can tell this is their basement, and it looks like there's another bathroom down there, and this is their backyard. And all these things you're just noting because you know what your clients are after, you know what they want, you know, like a million things about them. If it's a brand new client and you're showing these 4 properties, what I suggest doing to show confidence, I remember when I was first starting, I would always think to myself, maybe if I don't know something, try to flip it almost to a certain extent. Once you're in here, you'll learn so much information that maybe start asking them questions, because that's where your confidence really starts to grow and you start to know what your clients want. And then you can really help them get what they want. So utilize that technique as in kind of flip it to a certain extent on them. Usually here there's realtor remarks. That's like usually very important stuff. This particular person has no realtor marks, but that's very rare. And you just quickly come in here and you check a few things. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but you have the year it's built, of course, the foundation. One thing I always look for, or things will start popping out to you. You'll notice that it's already fully finished when you were doing that, but it's kind of like under contract. So under contract is rental. So you're renting the hot water heater, always good to know and note. And here's showing remarks, especially the time of this video during the pandemic. There's always stuff like this you have to read. The lockbox type, it's Century Lock in my area. And of course, possession date is closing date. So very interested to know up here as well. They're flexible. Usually when a property looks like that and it's completely empty, that means immediate as well. Usually that's usually a sign. And you come down here, and one big one, of course, this is the amount you're getting paid as the buyer's agent, as the cooperating agent. And here is how they're handling offers. So this stuff is good to know because we have to relay this information. You have to know the dates today, when they're actually taking offers at this market, and so on. All very important stuff to relay to your clients. So when you come up here now, I'm just going to click back to member single line, and it's going to show those 4 properties. So let's say you went through all of them, you vetted them, you maybe realized that this 850 is going to be out of their budget. You've done a CMA of the area, you've done all the comparable homes in the area, you know that a similar home has now went for $1,050,000 or something in this crazy market. They're pricing the home low to sell for over asking. And that one's not going to work. We don't need to show everything to your clients that definitely aren't going to be able to afford it. But let's say we do like these ones, these 3. So just pressing Shift again, and then I'm going to come down here and we're going to send an email to them. They need to see these properties. We need to double check that they do for sure like them. And of course, set up the showings after that. So here I would also just, of course, you've already created a contact of these people in your MLS. You'd put them there. And then this is where I use templates. If it's like your 5th or 6th time sending properties to clients, they could just be like, okay, here's 6 more, but I always do a little bit more than that. So I have templates in all these courses. I only work with templates. And here's, for example, what I meant. If you really searched a wide range, I know people will just take everything. Like, let's say there's 40 properties. At the beginning, when they're working with clients, they'll send all 40 properties to them. And this is the subject. This is the subject line I suggest using: new home search area from us, or your name, and then, hey, person, here's a few homes here. This is absolutely everything in the area that meets your criteria, everything from a fixer-upper to the top end of your budget. So sometimes I end up sending this to people. I'm more of a vet person myself. I usually only send 3 to 5 properties, maybe 6 sometimes. I really try to get the ones that I know they want, but I know there's people that are working with a ton of buyers that will send a huge list. They'll just quickly copy and paste a 21-page list and just send it off to them. And then hopefully they get back to you. They have time on their hands. They go through them all and they say, I'd love to see these 3. Not my style, but I know that's for some people. So I have that template in there. But this is one if you're sending the vetted favorites. And this is just 3 homes here that I think we should go see as soon as possible. And I mentioned this so you can just trigger in your mind to remember to always look for that when they're accepting offers date, because that means you got to get your clients in there before they're actually taking offers. So something like this you would write if that was the case on one of them. And you might even mention which property that is to them in this description. So you'd grab this. First, you would grab the subject line, and you would copy, head back over to Matrix, and then you would grab the email, and you'll refine these templates to make your own, but these are just good ideas to start. I find showing templates and using templates to help people, especially brand new agents, is fantastic. Let's say the person was Jane. You would just change it a little bit. Here are 3. You would take these out of brackets. Of course, you would take Kitchener out of brackets. You would take your name out of brackets, and you'd be off to sending. But once you have your own template, you're good to go. If anything catches your eye, this looks good. And then let's send it. So what I'll do, just so you can see what it looks like, if you've never seen it before, I'll quickly send it to a dummy account. And then we will, oh, I've already made that as a dummy account, and we'll send that to my dummy account, and I'll quickly show you what it looks like, what they're going to be receiving. And of course, you can send one to yourself as well, but we won't do it for the sake of this video. So we'll send that. I'll quickly open up the email. We'll have a look at what it sends. It comes very nice, actually. So we'll look at that. And this is what it looks like. They will receive this. They'll scroll down here to this button to view their listings that you've just recently sent them. And here's how it comes. It looks really nice. There's the first one. They can actually scroll over the map as well. When they're scrolling down, this hovers back over and shows where that one is. It's really nice. It looks good on mobile as well, which is most likely what they'll be opening it up on, depending on the person. And this is the property that we like. So they look at these 3 and they say, okay, Callum, let's set up some showings. Okay, guys, I hope that helped. Let's head back over. So that's a great way to find potential properties for your clients. And at the time of this video, in early 2022, in a heavy seller's market, it can be tricky, but of course possible. If you're in the Humber College Real Estate program right now and you watched this far, you're probably a lot like me and you want to learn information to make yourself more valuable and help your clients. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions at all about what you're going to do after you're licensed. You can DM me, email, comment on this video. I get back to everyone. Again, I hope that helped. My name is Callum Moore, eXp Realty real estate agent here in Ontario. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.